Hello, Libra, and welcome to Indigo Rising Tarot. Thank you so much for joining me today, and I hope you're having a great day. This will be your weekly reading for the week of February 8th through the 14th. So happy Valentine's Day. We do have a lot of moon energies, a lot of changing moon energies this week. So first we have the waning gibbous for the first couple of days. And of course, that's a time of self-reflection and rebirth. Good time to get rid of negative thinking and bad habits. We then have the third quarter moon that comes in on the 10th. And the third quarter is really a time when we start to wrap up those things that we've started during the new moon. You know, we're just kind of coming to the realization of those things, and we're doing a little bit of inward reflection, like where are we, what went right, what went wrong maybe, but still trying to get rid of those negative energies. And then we move into the waning crescent, which is definitely a time of stability and calm, but we're still in that self-reflection gear and trying to figure out what we've just learned and what we're growing and what we're going to do for the next new moon. Like, are we going to kind of stay the course on the things that we've been doing, start other projects in other areas of our life? So keep those moon energies in mind, of course, as we move through the week. This will be an intuitive general reading for energies that you may or may not encounter, Libra. So as always, please take what resonates and leave what doesn't for someone else. And your overall message for this reading is that communication is key. All right, let's see what the Libra Collective has going on for this week. As I'm shuffling the tarot, my fun weekly reminder this week is that you try to take a little time to meditate. So if it's not something that you already do, just try to stop, set some time aside, go within, still your mind and body, and just go and explore. So it is because it's a good week for self-reflection with those moon energies. It's also a good week to try to at least work meditation into your schedule if you don't already. If you already do, then you know what I'm talking about and how beneficial it is to you. So that is just my fun weekly reminder. And let's get right into this reading. So Libra, February 8th through the 14th, communication is key. And your overall energy right now is the moon. So there is something in your energy that is about, things that come to us. The moon card is about using your intuition, things that come to us in those mysterious ways that come to us in the night sometimes, so synchronicities that you're like, how did this book get here on this shelf that I really needed to read? Again, it could be about dreams, things that come to us in the night. There's something that you're having like a knowing about. So, make sure that you are trusting, listening to yourself, and just trust your intuition. Your current situation is the Page of Wands. So you're also, nurturing something that is maybe about your intuition. Maybe you're just learning how to trust that intuition or hear it. Again, meditation is a really good way to do that. Those things come as whispers. They don't come yelling and beating you over the head. So sometimes signs can be very subtle, and it's like that's how your life is being guided sometimes, and it's you just got to pay attention to those little signs. But it looks like this might be something that you're nurturing, is really just trusting your intuition right now, which is great. I love that. At the root of your situation is, it might be because you're trying to quell some sort of anxiety about something. So if you're feeling anxious about something and your intuition it's telling you to calm down, it's all going to be okay, then I would say let's trust that. Sometimes we have those feelings when we're just getting a little frustrated about whatever it might be in your life, and things will work out. So sometimes you just got to trust that, like, even though I'm feeling anxious about it, staying in this worry stage, this anxiety stage, kind of just brings it on even more, when you do kind of just need to let it go and just know that things are going to work out the way they're supposed to work out. That's just how it is. In your recent past, here is the Judgment card. So you've had something come through. Judgment is just about awareness. There's something that you're some new information that has come through for you that's might be what's probably keeping you up at night. It's like, oh, I didn't know that, and now I'm very anxious about it. And I know that feeling of like, when you want to make a change, and maybe it's a slower change than you want it to be. You want things to happen right now, and sometimes some changes take a little bit more time, a little bit more energy, a little bit more thought and planning to put into it. It's not like you can just do it right now. So I feel like that's the frustration that I'm feeling, that it will come. It'll come to you, but it's just going to take a little bit of time. And so go ahead and nurture it. This is, again, this is a new thing that's coming about for you. Give it time to mature and learn and grow a little bit from it. And then those changes can happen, and they do. What is on your mind this week is the Two of Cups. So definitely coming together in partnership, probably why communication is key. Just make sure you're talking to, if this has to do with your partner in life or a friend, or if this could be something with a coworker, make sure that you're just keeping those clear channels of communication open so that everybody's got everything on the table and we know what's going on. That just also kind of quells anxiety as well. What is just ahead of you this week is a little bit of a celebration here with the Three of Cups. So, and I like that. Maybe that is a good distraction. Maybe instead of having these anxious nights, maybe get together with some friends, talk about things that might just make you feel better. Sometimes just getting something off your chest does make you feel better. So talk to your, again, whoever this friend or this partner could be, and your other friends as well too. And let those anxieties be quelled by just the people around you. In your advice position is the Six of Cups. So these people that you're getting together might be people from your past. These could be childhood friends or relatives. This card is a lot about just kind of reminiscing and past and those feelings. So it could be childhood friends. Get together with them, laugh, have a good time. They know who you really are. Those are the people that really know you, right? So go ahead and have fun with them. That's definitely in your advice position, is to find those people and hang out with them. It'll help whatever anxiety you're going through. What is beyond your control this week? Five of Wands. I'm sorry, that's not Wands. Five of Swords. But interesting that I said Wands. I always find that interesting when I say that. Five of Wands is really about arguing and kind of debate. So you might have some of that energy, since that just flew right out of my mouth here. But Five of Swords is really about communication and intellect, right? It's air energy. And, this is winning through deceit or underhanded tactics. I don't think anybody, nobody wants to go that route. To me, this card is also about communicating things and kind of hurting feelings. Whether your feelings are getting hurt by someone with their swords, or you're the one kind of throwing some daggers out there, things that need to be said, but feelings are hurt. So maybe just watch the things coming out of your mouth this week, but also the things coming at you this week as well, because it looks like it's beyond your control, that there's kind of an exchange of that kind of energy, and that's never fun, right? All right. What is your secret desire, or what are you trying to avoid? Is the Temperance card. I hope this is your secret desire. And there we're back to meditation again. We're back to being very centered, being very calm. I hope that's your secret desire. I doubt if anyone's trying to avoid feeling calm. Maybe you like to feel crazy. I don't know, but feeling calm is a great way to go. She's got one foot in those watery emotions, but one foot on solid ground. And she's just pouring things back and forth. Just find a way for you to ground yourself so that this anxiety isn't getting to you, and so that you're not really going to these extremes. So that it's like anxious or saying words that you don't want to, right? So we want to find those buffer zones in the middle, which are friends and family and people that you can confide in and talk to. In your outcome position is the Ace of Wands. So, whatever this new thing is for you, it's a yes. You're going to move forward in this, but you've got to let go of some of this anxiety and start to manifest the thing that it is that you want. If you're just being anxious about it, you're just going to get more of that, right? That's just how that works. So you really have to, you get into that energy of living the thing before you have the thing, if that makes sense. That whole manifestation, like just getting, if you're in the right energy, then it just starts flooding in, and you get to make those changes. But living in that anxiety just gets you more anxiety. Let's see what's hidden from you here at the bottom of the deck. And that is the King of Cups. And that's someone who's very, very in control and aware and knowledgeable about their emotions. And if words are flying around and you're the person saying them, it could be that maybe you're not. So you might want to just, again, meditate, try to gain control. I mean, she's got her cups under control. Get your cups under control so that words aren't flying out, right? Let's just manage whatever this anxiety, whatever this anxious situation is, just get it managed. Again, this could be, it's not even telling me what area of your life. So this could be different areas for different Libras. So for some of you, it could be relationship. For some of you, it could be work related, friend group related, family related. It could be so many different things. It's just a template and just energies that we're working with here. But make sure communication is key. So make sure you're just communicating well. All right, let's get you a final card here. Outcome card for, or final message, I'm sorry, from the Soul Oracle deck. Final message for Libra: admit your vulnerabilities. All right, so think about those, and that could be where you're communicating, right? Remember, we're also trusting our intuition. That was your overall card there at the beginning. What do you need to do in the way of self-care? Self-care for Libra this week, February 8th through the 14th. And the card that comes up for you is the card called Beauty. Today, you are a curator of beauty. You are blessed with moments that let you know beyond a shadow of a doubt that all is well in the world. And isn't that the embodiment of that Temperance card? So trust your intuition, try to get yourself balanced, trust that there's beauty in the world, and everything's okay. Everything's just fine. Don't, try to get yourself out of this anxious feeling, because you just end up getting more of it. So get in that manifestation mode, even if it means taking the time to meditate, yes, of course. But if you want to do like a vision board, if there's something you're trying to work towards, get a vision board going. It's a good exercise, and it's a good way to get your mind in that manifestation mode. So, Libra, thank you so much for being here. I do hope there was something you can take away from this reading and use in a positive way in your life this week. If you're comfortable sharing, drop me a comment down below and let me know. Also, if you like my reading style, hitting that like and subscribe button down there really helps me, which I super appreciate, but it'll also help you find me next week, which I think is pretty important. So thanks so much, Libra. Good luck with all of this, and I'll see you next week. Bye-bye.